Happy Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. Time for an after-work story. What do we have? Forever cousins. Yes. I believe our students at our school, they're close. I love to see some of the relationships. They're like cousins. They're like cousin classmates. And we like to see that. Okay. This is by Laurel Goodluck and illustrated by Jonathan Nelson. Forever cousins. And of course, the teachers are like aunties and uncles, right? Family. Kara and Amanda are cousins and best friends. How you like that? But then Kara's family moves from the city to the res. Now everything feels different to both girls. School starting, powwows, holidays. After a long year apart, it's time for the family reunion on the res. Each girl wonders if the other will be happy to see. It's a reservation, it's a res. Will they be happy to see her? Is it possible that they've forgotten how to be together? Absolutely not. This Native family story with universal themes highlights the ongoing impact of the 1950s Indian Relocation Act. Even today, interesting. Got to learn about different cultures and their individual histories. It's so important. So you see these cousins. Okay, Amanda's favorite color is purple. Like so many girls, pink and purple. Kara loves pink, yep. They agree that sunflowers are beautiful. Even though my sunflowers didn't bloom, they didn't thrive, but I do love sunflowers. Do you love sunflowers? What's your favorite flower? Powwow dancing is fun. And choke cherry jam on toast is the best. I can't say I've tasted choke cherry jam. Amanda declares that the new dolls their Magoo made should go everywhere with them. Nice. Did you play with Barbie dolls? Me and my sisters, we were supposed to go see the Barbie doll movie. We didn't get to hang out together to watch it. Maybe it's still out. Well, anyway, they play with dolls. Kara decides that little cousin Forrest is a bother. And neither cousin can believe that Kara's family is moving from the city to the res tomorrow. Oh, I know that's difficult. Change is hard. This is the season of change, fall. Kara has a long, bumpy ride ahead. Cousin goodbyes are bumpy too. Oh. You'll see each other at the reunion next summer, says Kara's mama. Amanda looks at her own mama and says, that's a long time. Oh, but they could still keep in contact with each other. Email, I'm sure they can text one another. Kara and Amanda's hearts are heavy after their first month apart. I don't want to dance without Kara, Amanda whispers to her doll. How about some fried bread? Kara's mama asks. Kara hugs her doll and shakes her head. Missing that patio pie and taco and fried bread. What? Missing that good food. The start of the school year means it's time to pick out a new lunchbox. Amanda calls Kara, saying, I got a purple kitty lunchbox. Nice. And Kara tells Amanda about her pink pony lunchbox. Kara ends the call and says to her doll, I wonder what my new school will be like. Well, school is great. And like I said, we meet new friends. In winter, Amanda finds puddles on the way home from school that makes big splashes. At home, she discovers a postcard from Kara on the kitchen table. Amanda reads about Kara sledding on the prairie and shows the postcard to her dad. Nice. Looks like she's having a lot of fun. That spring, Kara wins the 3-leg race and shows a prize to her dead. Do you think Amanda is having fun too? Asks Kara. Yes, I'm sure she is. She's probably finding the most eggs right now, says Dad. Kara agrees and goes back to the Easter fun. Yeah, they're able to grow apart. Finally, it's summer again. Time for the family reunion. Butterflies bubble up in Amanda's belly as they pack her suitcase. Dad fumbles with the GPS. Mama turns up her favorite song, Goodbye City, and a hello road trip to the res. The trip will take 2 days. They cross the first state line and everyone shouts, woohoo! Kara's smile is as bright as the sunflowers that line the road to her grandparents' farm. It's time to get ready for the reunion. The horse nickers and chomps as Kara feeds him carrots. Carrots are delicious for the eyes. Laughter and tempting smells from the kitchen fill the house. Everyone makes welcome signs while Kara's dad hangs the family tree. All that's left is for tomorrow to come. Everybody's giddy. The next day, Amanda's family passes teepee rings visible on the golden prairie. The sacred round outlines hold the earth, a reminder of their ancestors and that they are almost home. They turn off the highway onto the rutted dirt road. Amanda finally sees a family farm and hugs her doll tighter. Kara is busy putting up signs. She spies Amanda's car pulling up and hugs her doll even tighter. Oh, anticipation. It's wonderful. Amanda, are you okay? Asks her mama. Fine, she says quickly. Will Kara be happy to see me? Amanda wonders. Kara, can I help you with that sign? Asks her mama. I've got it, Mama, she says, struggling. Will Amanda be happy to see me? Kara wonders. Listen, you are forever cousins. But that's normal, because you haven't seen each other almost a year. The reunion begins with big hugs and hellos and introducing a new baby. The reunion also begins with 2 shy cousins. Then Forrest runs off with Kara's and Amanda's. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if we can hear. Sorry, guys. Then Forrest runs off with Kara's and Amanda's dolls and hides behind a big round hay bale. Amanda goes to the left while Kara rounds to the right. Ah, look at them. Gotcha! They giggle as Forrest runs away. The cousins look down and their giggles grow quiet. Then Amanda says quickly, I missed you so much. Me too, Kara exclaims. Now it's like nothing has changed. The girls share secrets in the loft, play tag in the cornfield, and jump off logs to swim in the lake. Isn't this wonderful? On the last day, the family has a ceremony. There is a scent of sweetgrass and burning sage. There is the beat of the drum in an ancient song. Magoo explains relationships, and the new baby gets his Hidatsa name. Amanda doesn't want to say goodbye again. Kara takes Amanda's hand and thinks, I don't want her to go. Oh, it's hard. They're going to be close. They're sisters. The car is packed once again. The miles are many between the res and the city. Everyday giggles and secret whispers will soon end. Amanda says, here, you take my doll, and you take mine. I'll visit you next time, says Kara. They are forever cousins. Isn't this wonderful? Beautiful. Cousins, cultures, and connection. Amanda, Kara, and Forrest represent the many cousins my sister and I grew up with in the 1960s and 70s in California Bay Area suburbs, which we call the city. We are an intertribal Native American family, meaning that we come from different Native tribes. My parents were born in their traditional tribal homelands. They were surrounded by and had the support of their family and fellow tribal members. They had a deep connection to and love of their ancestral lands where their origin stories came from. As we cousins grew up, our families would visit our home reservations in the summer for special occasions. The res is short for reservation, and it's fun to say. The reservations land of tribal nations that we visited included the community in Alaska, Tuscarora Nation in New York, Owenge Nation in New Mexico, Blackfeet Nation in Montana, and the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation in North Dakota. Hidatsa means grandma. As in the story, some of our cousins moved back to the res and some stayed in the city. The city and the res were both equally our home and community. As a matter of fact, we are dual citizens. First enrolled members of sovereign tribal nations and then citizens of the United States. The term sovereign nation means a tribal nation that governs itself. It is federally recognized, then it had a governmental relationship with the United States as a nation within a nation. Reservations were created when native nations were promised goods and services in return for land, first by colonists and settlers and then by the U.S. government. The promises made to indigenous peoples were almost never upheld. Like Kara and Amanda in the story, my cousins and I maintained close relationships even when we were far apart. Good, because we shared family and tribal values, ideas about what is important to our family and how we should live. We had ceremonies to reinforce our culture, storytelling to explain our history, special cultural events such as powwows, and a large family that connected us all. We practiced cultural activities in the city or at home within our tribal nations that made us all feel connected no matter where we lived. And from the reservation to the city, my parents moved to the reservation to the city as a result of the Federal Indian Relocation Act of 1956, pitched as vocational job training. In actuality, the federal government wanted to erase Native culture by moving Native people to cities so they would adapt to the lifestyles of white people, called assimilation. This policy resulted in few job opportunities, poverty, and the overall loss of cultural support for many individuals and families. Not good. As of the 2010 census, 78% of us live away from our reservations or tribal homelands. My mom and dad were young, single, and recent graduates of the Haskell Institute, a post-high school vocational and business institution in Lawrence, Kansas. Now Haskell Indians Nation University, that's what it's called. So they were ready for an adventure and applied to the federal relocation program. Because my parents and their siblings graduated from Haskell with trade skills, they were able to find employment jobs, good, or continue college in the city. But the government's promise of job training went unfulfilled for most tribal people. Unfortunately, many families who moved to cities faced discrimination and racism. Luckily, my parents had a Haskell Alumni Association club in the Bay Area where they found a group of intertribal friends to lean on. Yes, the treatment of Native Americans in the United States was and sometimes still is despicable, horrible. But as with the family in the story and with my own family, unjust experiences forge tight bonds. They stick together between us and make us strong. Our resiliency, tenacity is rooted in our ceremonies and culture. We have a deep love of home, that the land reminds us of our ancestors, our family members from the past. Storytelling helps us make good decisions, and we continue to have love and loyal family connections that are unbreakable. I'm thinking about a family event that I'm supposed to be going to Saturday and hanging out with cousins. It's so important that you forge strong relationships while you can, because life can be hard, and you want to remind one another who you are and where you come from. Laurel Goodluck writes picture books with modern Native themes. Raised in the San Francisco Bay Area, Laurel comes from an intertribal background, a Mandan and Hidatsa from the prairies of North Dakota and from the rainforest in Alaska. She has degrees in psychology and community counseling and family studies. She lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico with her hubby, where they raise 2 children. And Jonathan Nelson, the illustrator, he's the illustrator of Hey Dog and First Laugh, Welcome Baby, and he won an American Indian Library Association honor award for the Wood of Jonesy, his graphic novel. He is a Navajo Dine and holds a master's degree in visual communications from the University of Arizona and specializes as an illustrator, fine artist, and creative consultant. This was inspiring. Let's stick with our cousins, whatever family members you have left, forge great relationships, and celebrate connections.